Hello there. So I want to make this video about One Piece. Specifically, today's topic is going to be about Shanks. See, I was having like some weird thoughts last night, just kind of going over some stuff for potential more TikToks and, getting some more evidence and more things to prove or disprove miscellaneous thoughts I've had at, whatever morning hours I am awake at this point. But this one is, a little more credible in thought just because we don't actually have an exact answer. So technically this theory is 100% credible because there's no way to disprove it at the moment. And this one about Shanks is his origin specifically. See, we know that Shanks was on God Valley with Buggy. They were found in a chest and then brought on to Goldie Roger's crew, right? And the reason for their on God Valley is unknown. It was just these two kids who were on God Valley. But we do know more about the God Valley incident now, such as St. Figurlin being there. St. Figurlin being an important figure as him having, that signature red hair, similar color to, red hair Shanks. Most people are presuming that St. Figurlin has to be his dad, or at least in some way, shape, or form related to him. But in my theory here, I'm not thinking that Figurlin is an exact dad in, the exact sense of, father actual, but more in the sense of, yes, they have the same DNA. But because, Saint Figurlin being such a high-ranking person in the Marie Joie area and being in the world, Godosei's, good favors because of his position, he could have had one of Saint Saturn's experiments. As we know from Kuma and Bonnie's backstory, Ginny, the mother of Bonnie, was taken by the Godosei and, taken by the world government, specifically by the Godosei and Saint Saturn, who used her as an experiment. So potentially one of the other 7 experiments, or however other many were that Saint Saturn actually had at the end, potentially one of those could have been the mother of Shanks, and it could have just been using the DNA of St. Figurlin in order to, get a son, somebody who can continue on, another extremely powerful person to oppose pirates and the such like that, and, also be on Marie Joie protecting the Celestial Nobles. So, you have this incredibly powerful person, but then you see Gold Roger all of a sudden. He's appearing and he's doing stuff. So you get the thought, well, if we had this super powerful child here, what if we put that on Gold Roger's crew as kind of a spy of sorts? Because Roger had been going around for some time at this point. It wasn't the God Valley incident that made him famous. In fact, he was covered up in the God Valley incident. Only, high-ranking people know about it. So, he's there. So potentially they could have been, oh, hey, Roger is coming here. What if we can get Shanks onto his crew now? We get him on there and hope that Roger takes him, and luckily he does. But the issue is that Shanks hasn't been programmed or brainwashed enough to be fully on the world government side. He knows he should be on the world government side a bit, but it's not fully implemented into him because he just didn't get old enough yet. So he's on Roger's ship thinking that he should be a spy. He's giving some information. Potentially the reason why Roger died on Laughtail when Shanks wasn't there could have been because Shanks put something on the ship that, gave something to Roger, and unfortunately that was the end for Roger. He was the only one who was afflicted by it. And then it was also, though, the death of Roger that completely snapped and shook him out of any control that the Godosei or the world government could have over him. But because he still knows he should be a spy, he's been, pretending to do it, which is why he was able to get the audience with the Godosei so easily, and why when he arrives at Marineford, why the battle is able to just end like that. Well, maybe, yes, Shanks is super powerful, and it could have just been, hey, Shanks arrived, we've lost some people, we're kind of weakened at this point, we've done what we needed, let's just end it. But it also could have been the Godosei sending Shanks, basically being like, hey, let's wrap it up now that, all of this is going on, and, maybe the news is getting out, too much is being broadcast, and we can't end it. So, let's send in Shanks so it looks like a pirate is ending this, but in all actuality, it was a government person who was ending it, and Aku Inu, kind of knowing, was like, all right, I'll back off because it's Shanks. So, potentially that. And then, of course, a lot of people are seeing the whole God Knights have a silhouetted person who looks eerily like Shanks, a very similar silhouette, as well as a similar blade on his side, exactly in the same place, around his hip area. Now, a lot of people are expecting that this could be Shanks, and this is where, his whole snitching thing comes in, but I don't think that's Shanks, because I do think Shanks is on the good side. I think he is, at the end of the day, he is a pirate who is, continuing on Gold Roger's legacy by giving it on to the next Goldie Roger, onto Luffy. And as a result, though, seeing that, the Gorosei, all of them had released Shanks, their person who was supposed to be their next God Knight champion, their next Saint Figureland, he's now gone. He's now being a spy and is working as a pirate in the world because he just made a name for himself, so he has to continue because it's really good cover. So what they do is they get the exact same DNA, because clearly the mother and Saint Figureland was a perfect match, because look at Shanks, he's pretty powerful. Maybe ignoring that some of that power could have come from Roger, not thinking about that. But they just, continue it again, and they make a second Shanks, basically out of Figureland and whoever the original mother was, or potentially maybe they got a new one. But it's not just an evil clone of Shanks, it is a second cloned son of Figureland. So yes, it is a clone of Shanks, but no, it's not getting Shanks' DNA. It's just that they're both the DNA replicas of Saint Figureland. Think of it like a weird Metal Gear Solid Snake bullshit. You got the original, and then you got however many extra ones. Some of them are clones, some of them just look like him. Maybe you're just using the name. But at the end of the day, you got Shanks, who is possibly a clone of Saint Figureland, given to Roger to be a spy or assassin. When Roger dies, this breaks the brainwashing because he wasn't fully committed to the world government at the point because he was too young. So the death of Roger snaps him out of it, but he continues to pretend to be on their side to, continue being in power and stuff, like to continue forwarding all the stuff to continue Roger's dream of freedom by continuing Luffy. And then the world government, seeing how successful Shanks and how powerful he is, decided to make a second one with Figureland's DNA, and that is who I believe will be the silhouetted figure that we saw in the God Knight's silhouette picture in 1086, I think it was chapter 1086. I'm doing all this kind of on the fly. I had these thoughts for the past, a couple of hours. I probably had them at 2 or 3 a.m., I'd have to say. I wrote it down and I did a little research, and now I'm just saying it for wherever I upload this. So hopefully this catches some traction, because this is a long one. So hopefully you stuck around for it. But yeah, that's going to do it for this one. I hope you like it, and I hope you follow or subscribe or whatever the nomenclature is. Bye!